I slowly blow out smoke, looking up at the sky like I'm checking for rain. The clouds are dark and heavy. There's no sun, but I can still feel the heat. What else can I do? I don't even want to go out. But I don't have a choice. Another day, another fucked up mission. I toss my cigarette to the ground, start up my bike, grab the helmet hanging from the handlebar, put it on, and head out to work. Miss! I glance at the man on the motorcycle who stops beside me at the light. He lifts his hand slightly, signaling me to rev my bike so he can hear it roar. I don't respond right away, but when the light turns green, I start my bike and speed off. A few riders nearby cheer. They're on bikes too, but mine stands out the most. After a short drive, I arrive at my workplace's parking lot. Yara! I'm just taking off my helmet when a familiar woman calls out to me in the parking lot. I feel her coming closer, but I don't look back. I get off the bike and hang the helmet on the handlebar. Security is tight here, so it won't get stolen. They were probably already lying on the ground, just a few steps away from my motorcycle. I ran my fingers through my very short hair, the same reason people always think I'm a lesbian. Every time. I look back at Hope, who's holding a black bento cake. I act surprised, but the sarcasm is obvious. Happy birthday, she says with a grin. Wow, I say, pretending to be impressed. The cake is all black except for the white writing on top. Damn, wait! The candle isn't lit, and she quickly pulls out a lighter to fix it. Make a wish, she says, handing me the cake. I glance at the writing. Time to get yourself watered? Hope bursts out laughing. That's my wish for you. Now it's your turn. But my birthday is tomorrow, I say. I told you, I always want to be first. Now make a wish. I take a deep breath. We're alone in the parking lot, so it's not embarrassing. Ever since Hope and I became close, she's done this every year. Yes, literally every single year. She always greets me and celebrates a day early, and she never forgets to make a bento cake for me. And I'm really, truly thankful for her. Because of her, I've experienced what it's like to have my birthday celebrated. She's my only friend and the best among my coworkers. She understands me and always makes me smile when we're together. Dang, that's drama right there. I close my eyes for a few seconds. Just as I'm about to blow out the candle, her hand quickly covers my mouth. What's your wish? I glare at her as she narrows her eyes and slowly pulls her hand away from my mouth. Like hoping there won't be a next year? Hey, idiot, knock, she says, taking the bento cake from me. She guides my hand to knock on the seat of my big bike. Be serious. Make a proper wish, she says, clearly annoyed, holding the cake out to me. I laugh at her, but I quickly stop when I realize she's not joking. I bite my lip to hold back my laughter and close my eyes. I keep them shut for a few seconds but don't make a wish, because I don't know what I want. I open my eyes when I feel like it's enough to make Hope believe I wished for something. What's your wish? You're so nosy, I blurt out, grabbing her hand to stop her from taking the cake away. For a moment she freezes, worried she might drop it. I quickly blow out the candle and it finally goes out. I chuckle softly when I see Hope pouting, her brows furrowed as she hands me the cake and the paper bag she brought. Let's go, she exclaims and starts walking away from me. Wait, I shout, but she keeps walking like she didn't hear me. I peek into the paper bag and smile when I see a plastic spoon. I take it out and start eating the bento cake as I walk toward the building. I didn't have breakfast, and Hope's cakes are too good to wait. Inside, Hope meets me at the door. You're so slow, she says, clearly waiting for me. I hand her the rest of the cake, and she takes a bite without hesitation. It's yours now, I tell her, not wanting to waste food. She nods, clearly enjoying it. She should have just made two, right? We head to the elevator. She eats loudly, making me cringe in the awkward silence. Stop chewing like that, I mutter. It's good, so deal with it, she replies with a smirk. I feel relieved when we reach the 8th floor, and she finally finishes eating. At the boss's office, I toss the paper bag into a nearby bin. Hope knocks and walks in first. I follow, stepping inside to see Mr. Yamato busy at his desk. Good morning, sir, I say, but he just nods without looking up. I glance at Hope, who's sitting on the long sofa with her legs crossed, flipping through a magazine. I sit beside her. Then I look back at Mr. Yamato and study his face. He looks serious, a sign that our mission will be tough. We all know. When our boss gives out a mission, it's always something big. Yeah, all missions are tough. But I have a feeling this one's gonna be tough. The kind you can't refuse. He picks you, and that's it. You have no choice but to follow orders. I quickly look away when Hope taps me on the arm. Look at her boobs, Hope says, pointing to the magazine. I look down and see a woman sitting on a chair in a sexy, fierce pose. Her legs are wide open, and her hands grip the seat between them. She's wearing red lipstick, a bold red underwear, and a bra that shows off her big breasts and amazing cleavage. Her legs are glowing. Actually, her whole body shines. She looks stunning. The way she carries herself is on fire, and the look in her eyes is exactly what every man dreams of having in his bed. What about that? I want my boobs to look like that. You know. She pauses, then raises both hands to show how big they should be. My boyfriend likes women with big boobs. Really, I say, staring at her chest. She's flat, like a wall. I glance at her again just to make sure. Then why does he like you? She raises her eyebrows. Because I'm rich, she says quickly, placing a hand over the center of her chest like she's offended by what I said. You're rich enough to fix your boobs. Go make them bigger. No way in hell, duh. That's not what I meant, she adds. So? I ask, confused. So, she repeats. I don't get you, I say, glancing quickly at Mr. Yamato to see if he can hear us. I don't care if he's with me for the money, as long as he's good in bed. I fall quiet. Is that really all that matters to her? I don't understand. Really, if he's that good in bed, why did you buy more toys? Duh, Hope whispers loudly, then quickly covers her mouth. She gently places her hand on my lap and gives it a little shake. Sex should be exciting and creative. So you're saying dick isn't enough to make you come? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes? So, she's saying that even when a penis goes inside, a woman might still not come? But how does a vagina even come? I honestly don't know. I've never felt it. I've never experienced it. Does it throb? Does it tighten? Do you just know when it happens? She talks about it like it's normal. Like every woman should know how it feels. But me? I'm clueless. Everything I know about coming, I only hear from her. And the way she says it makes it sound like I'm missing out on something important. I've never even seen a dick, and she says when it gets hard, it gets bigger. Like, okay? How much bigger are we talking about? I wouldn't know. I've never even watched porn. So all of this, total mystery to me. She pauses. I like having him inside me while I use a vibrator on my clit, because I can't come without it. Why waste money when you have 10 fingers? I ask. She frowns at me. What? Girl, I can only handle 2 fingers. Why not 10? Are you okay? She exclaims. I don't use all my fingers when I finger myself. I mean, sure, I've used both hands before, but not all 10. What do you want me to do? Shove both my fists in there? Are you crazy? Have you ever counted how many fingers you've used? She looks at me like I'm an idiot. Why don't you try? No thanks. Why would I waste time counting how many fingers I used? Isn't that weird? She asks. Why isn't it possible? She shrugs. I don't know. You try, she adds. Why would I try that? Because you're a fucking virgin? She says in a low but sharp voice that makes me wince. Rude, I mutter. You should have birthday sex. Why is being a virgin at my age such a big deal? Yes, you're already 34 and turning 35 tomorrow. If there were a spider woman, it'd be you. Your web's already thick. No boyfriend, no suitors, no experience with fingering, and no experience with sex. Your life is sad. So sad. How do you even cope with stress, darling? Silence. Hope and I immediately stop and look at Mr. Yamato as he clears his throat. I don't even know how we ended up talking about this, but I can't help letting out a small laugh. I bite my lower lip to stop myself from laughing when I see Hope blushing like an idiot. Mr. Yamato stands up looking like he's done with his work. So, how are you two? He asks with a smile as he walks in front of his desk and leans against it. All good, sir, Hope replies while I just nod. Congratulations on finishing your previous mission, and I'm sorry I only gave you 1 day off. It's okay, sir. The pay's good anyway, heh, Hope says. I can only sigh because of her, while Mr. Yamato lets out a laugh. Anyway, he pauses and walks to the side of the room in front of us. He slides the curtain aside, revealing what's behind it. There are 4 images pinned to the board. 3 are familiar, but 1 isn't. Hope and I stare at the board, both silent, not wanting to rush Mr. Yamato to speak. We're deep in thought, waiting for our boss to start the meeting. This is Mrs. Polina, he begins, pointing to the first picture on the second row. She's the wife of Xerxes Polina. She escaped when we ambushed their mansion. Our organization did everything it could to find her quickly, but it took months to finally track her down. Lucio found them by accident while he was at a church. Thankfully, he remembered her face. And this man... He pauses, pointing to the picture next to Mrs. Polina, giving us a brief glance before turning back to the board. This is her brother, the pastor of that church, he says, pointing to the third picture. A few agents went to the church to check the security, but they didn't find anything, just a few CCTV cameras. There aren't any bodyguards protecting her, only the church pastors. There's a security guard at the entrance, but don't worry, he's just a regular employee. Hope and I nod in response. Wow, Lucio going to church? Hope says in disbelief. Mr. Yamato shrugs. Well, even sinners have their useful moments. Right, Hope says in a low tone. We both stay quiet, but I know we're thinking the same thing. Why does our boss want us for this mission? This... Mr. Yamato points to the picture at the top, the only one placed there. This is your real mission. He looks at us again, and something about it makes me uneasy. We're talking about the baby now. The organization wants Mrs. Polina and her baby dead. Your mission is to kill them. Nothing more, nothing less. Silence. I don't know what to say. This is insane. I feel uneasy. I don't know. I just don't know. The light, happy mood I had earlier suddenly crashes. Why me? Why us? Why is he giving this to us? Is he stupid for not realizing we're both women, and that killing a mother and her baby feels like slow torture? I know we've taken down a lot of bad people, but that baby doesn't deserve to die. It was born into this world without doing anything wrong. It's not to blame for the choices its family made. I want to speak up and reject this goddamn mission, but my mouth won't move. I can't say anything or show how I feel. I'm nothing but a coward. Sir, may I know the reason why we have to kill the baby? I take a slow, deep breath when Hope asks our boss. Thanks, Hope. That baby will soon be a threat to our organization. What, but sir? That baby will take revenge when it grows up, Hope. The higher-ups have already made their decision. We can't change it or disobey it. Understood, sir. My bad, Hope says with a small, tight smile, nodding slowly. I gave this mission to you two because you're both skilled and trusted agents in our organization. I know you won't disobey me or us when it comes to this mission, right? A brief silence falls over us before we can respond to Mr. Yamato. Yes, sir, Hope says, but I can hear the discomfort in her voice. I just nod and agree, even though deep down I know I don't want this.